Ah, the Boy Scouts. Remember them?
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law.
It was a group where you would take your boy to learn about garnering badges, leadership, trust, becoming a man. Well, come on, it's modern times. Now your boy's learning about Skittles flags, drag queens, and groomers.
You're a fucking idiot.
Fuck that shit. Woo! I'm Jazz Berganza, and this.
The Boy Scouts have a standard. You must be a biological boy to be a Boy Scout. You have to be a boy to be a Boy Scout. In the name Boy Scouts.
Is what's next. What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Jazz Berganza. What's next? Your daily dose really? Daily dose of common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are doing good today. The Boy Scouts. Remember them? Remember how the Boy Scouts of America was a place where you would take your son, your brother, your nephew, and they would learn things like garnering badges, learning how to start a fire, being self-sufficient, leadership, trust, becoming a man. Well, come on, it's modern times. How dare you? Now it's about Skittles flags, drag queens, and groomers. You know, bigot. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Boy Scout leaders invite the alphabet advocates to the Jamboree. Yes, the Boy Scout Jamboree, where tens of thousands of young boys are there just waiting for groomers. Fuck, man. The Boy Scouts of America Scouting Organization is inviting the alphabet advocacy to its national jamboree in West Virginia. The advocacy was applauded by the alphabet advocate Mike DeSocio in the Washington Post. Of course, they would applaud. This is a value, is the type of place where where any kid, any race, or gender, or sexual orientation feels at home. Yes, even made up ones. Those with mental illnesses. Yes, you have a place here. The DeSocio had a campaign for the official welcome for gays and lesbians as well as transmentals into the national organization. That demand contradicted the organization's original purpose of redirecting and subsuming young men's energy to help guide them through their turbulent adolescent years and puberty. Oh, no, my friend, those days are long and dead. The current welcome and chaotic sexual diversity is being offered to teenagers as the scouting movement shrinks. There were just 15,000 students at the 23 Jamboree compared to 40,000 just 10 years ago. My gee, I wonder why the drop-off. Huh? The decline comes in despite of welcoming policies, not because of them, DeSocio insisted. The meager attendance reflects the weather-beaten state of the Boy Scouts of America. Though its doors are now open to all kinds of kids of all kinds of genders and sexual orientations, fewer than ever accepting the invitation. The organization lost nearly half of its membership between 2019 and 2020. The national event represents one of the first steps in a generational nadir brought about the pandemic. Yes, of course, it's COVID's fault. A sexual abuse scandal and ensuing bankruptcy. The BSA had barely resolved its struggle over the membership policies, fully admitting alphabet in 2015 and transmentals in 2017, and of course then just the topper. Yeah, even though the Girl Scouts have their own, who cares? Who gives a let them in. Before facing an avalanche of sexual abuse claims, and again, I wonder why. But the turmoil had an upside. Scouts within the ranks seized the moment to press on a focus of diversity, equity, inclusion. Yes, DIE. A collective dubbed Scouts for Black Lives successfully pushed the organization to commit slate of projects, including a new diversity merit badge required for Eagle Scout rank. Yes, as long as you're the alphabet, you'll get a badge. The sexual abuse scandal, bankruptcy, membership decline came after the intense establishment pressure on the Scouts. For example, the establishment media slammed Scout leadership for excluding gays and lesbians and slammed them for not excluding all predatory gays and lesbians from local leadership roles. The Associated Press reported the subsequent damage in 21. Membership for the BSA's flagship Scouts and Scouts BSA program dropped from 1.97 million in 2019 to 1.12 million 2020, a 43% plunge, according to figures provided by Associated Press. Courts records also show membership has fallen further since then. About 762,000 have dropped off. And again, I wonder why. Yet the new generation of national leadership is doubling down its welcome to teenage sexual advocacies. Yes, we're allowing groomers, and even by the very different no boundaries, queer and trans mental advocates in the Camp for Teenagers DeSocio Road. Paige Morgan is one of the volunteers at the Community Space for Girls. The 19-year-old from Scranton, PA, also identifies as bi, because of course she does, and has been glad to see the neighboring Alphabet Community Space. I know that people are coming through here like transmentals, non-binary, and queer, and having a great time seeing themselves representation in a space that they love so much, that is scouting, she said. The Scout faces competition from organizations that Scout's original focus on teenagers' character development. For example, Trail Life's mission is to guide generations of courageous young men to honor God, lead with integrity, serve others, and experience outdoor adventure. Oh my, competition. Gee, what a concept. My thoughts. No one should be surprised about this. No one. If anybody's paid any attention to the Boy Scouts over the last 10 years, the organization has gone right into toilet. And I mean literally tanking year after year after year. When you go from 15,000 last year to a prior 40,000 people showing up to Jamboree. I remember when I was a kid, and I was a part of Boy Scouts maybe for about 2-3 years. It wasn't for me. But anywho, I don't fault parents for sending their kids there, their young boys there. Now, were there issues? Of course there were. Were there underlying issues? Of course there were. But the fact of the matter is that when you open up Pandora's box and you let anybody and everything in, shit's going to happen. Shit's going to hit the fan. And it's going to turn to shit. And that's exactly what the Boy Scouts have become. Sadly, parents are like, if I can't send them to the Boy Scouts, where do I send them? Trails Life is a perfect example of alternative that actually gets back to the Boy Scouts' original creed in honoring God, integrity, leadership, becoming men, becoming self-sufficient. That is what the Boy Scouts were for the better part of 100 years until they got woke, got on their knees, grabbed their ankles, and now they got. But then again, that's just me. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.